UK Parliament can be a pretty rowdy place. You know, every day people are shouting and booing at each other like the crowd at the world's pastiest rap battle. But it turns out that there is something that you're not allowed to do on the floor, as one British politician found out.
The Conservative Party has launched an investigation into claims by some of its female MPs that a Tory colleague watched porn on his mobile phone in the House of Commons itself.
Who is the Tory MP accused of watching pornography in the Commons? We still don't know, but government ministers have lined up today to condemn him, saying there's no place for pornography in any workplace. The MP could be suspended and thrown out of the Conservative Party, and the story has reignited criticism of the overall culture in Parliament.
A member of the UK's Conservative Party was caught watching porn during a session, and now he could be expelled for it. And I'll be honest, I'm just trying to understand the motivation here. No, like what part of Parliament made this guy want to watch porn? Like, what turned him on? Was there some new legislation that was getting him hot? You know, was there some other minister who was like, this country is going deeper and deeper into debt. We cannot pull out at this point. It's just like, ooh, oh boy, oh boy. And you know, if you ask me, kicking him out wasn't the right punishment, man. What they should be doing is what parents do when they catch a kid smoking cigarettes. Yeah, they should force him to watch all of Pornhub. I'll teach him a lesson. He'll be like, oh, I've seen all the categories I didn't know existed, please. Oh, who knew Congress had cocaine orgies? Oh, it's too much, Mitch McConnell. Oh. I like that you saw him in your mind. That was funny. One of you was like, I saw it, Trevor. I mean, look, I get that Britain doesn't want its politicians watching porn at work, you know, but I will say, I think the one exception should be the royal family. No, I think porn could really open their eyes to the beauty of interracial relationships, you know? That could be a good thing for them. Oh, and finally, if you want to talk about politicians getting into weird trouble, then there's no better example than Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States and phantom of the Mar-a-Lago carving station. You see, the former president is currently being sued for inciting violence against protesters. And it's gotten serious enough that he was actually forced to testify about it.
Former President Donald Trump testified under oath. He was worried that protesters would hurl things at him and that they were dangerous. As part of his deposition from back in October for a civil lawsuit in New York, where activists claim that the former president's bodyguards violently broke up protests outside Trump Tower back in 2015.
Okay, first of all, it's crazy that there are so many Trump scandals that he's literally getting dragged into court for something we didn't even know was a thing. Like, did you know this was a thing? Huh? Did you? Nobody knew about this. I didn't. Trump lawsuits are like Nicolas Cage movies. There's like a bunch where you're like, he lost a pig? When did that happen? But anyway, Trump was being sued for inciting violence to protesters, right? Against protesters, rather. And then he came up with one of the most crazy defenses I've ever heard. This might be my favorite story of the year. And to fully understand the story, you have to hear the actual deposition that Trump gave in the case. Now, unfortunately, there's no recording. But fortunately, there is a transcript.